The cake just came out the oven, 35 minutes, and voila. So now we just did the cake. They came out the oven and they look delicious. I made two of them. I'm going to put one on top of the other. And I'm going to make a filling right now to put in the middle. The filling is beijinho. Okay, so we're going to do a nice filling to put in the middle of this delicious Tres Leches cake. So here we go, follow me. For the filling, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get sweetened condensed milk. Okay, sweetened condensed milk. In the pot, you're going to get a little pot, turn the fire on medium heat, maybe like 5, and always spray inside the pot. Okay, you always spray for it not to get stuck. So we're going to spray it with the Pam spray that I told you, the butter spray. You're going to get your sweetened condensed milk, and you're going to open your can of condensed milk. 1 can is enough for the whole cake. Okay, so 1 can is enough. You're going to get that, and you're going to, again, use your spatula and pour that sweetened condensed milk. You're going to pour it all inside that pot, okay? So remember, the fire is on, mine is medium heat, maybe like 5. That's still a little high. So if you're not too sure about it, then you can put it on a lower heat. Mine is 5 because I know that it burns quickly, so I'm going to mix it quickly as well. So now I have my pot with condensed milk inside, okay? Now, this is a very tricky phase, because if you don't mix this fast enough, it's gonna burn, okay? So you have to keep mixing constantly. It takes you about, I would say maybe about 10 minutes for you to get it to the right consistency, but you have to keep mixing for it not to stick, because it sticks very easily and it starts to get little crusts, like little burnt crust in it. So mine is on 5, which is medium heat, but that's a little high. If you want to make it slower or lower the fire to maybe 3, 4, that's a good temperature. You have to keep mixing it constantly. Like I said, right now it's still liquidy like milk. Understand? Right now it's still liquidy like milk, but it's gonna get to a phase that it's thick and it's gonna be very sticky. And if you don't keep mixing, it's gonna stick to your pot. That's why it's good to have that butter spray in the bottom. Okay? With mine, I'm going to make this here. You can make it chocolate. You can make it chocolate, strawberry. You can do anything you want with this, with condensed milk. If you want to make it chocolate, it's called brigadeiro. This here, I like using it for cake, so I'm going to make it vanilla. Okay, I'm going to leave it plain, and I'm just going to put some coconut, okay, some flaked coconut. I'm going to put it in here and let it cook together. And I'm going to pour some coconut in there. You don't have to put too much, because otherwise it's going to get too thick. So I'm just going to put a little bit. Maybe probably about 3 tablespoons of coconut. Okay? So maybe about 3 tablespoons or so of coconut. And then you're going to mix it, like I said, constantly mix it. Okay? On the meantime, while this is heating up, we're going to get our cake and we're going to take it out of the little Pyrex. You are going to need something big, like this, bigger than the Pyrex of your cake, okay? The reason for that is because you need to put the cake in here, and you're going to put the Tres Leches. Tres Leches is 3 types of milk that you're going to pour on top of the cake. So if you don't have something big like this to put the cake in, the milk is going to spill all over the place. So you need something big like this. You see, this is, if you notice, it's bigger than, my cake. Okay, so I'm going to need this here to put the cake in. So grab something bigger than your cake, and we're going to turn the cake over and leave it on here, okay? In the meantime, don't forget to mix your condensed milk, otherwise it will burn. It's already starting to stick, okay? Now, it's good to always get a and scrape around your cake, okay? You're going to get a butter knife and you're going to wipe around the side of the cake just for, if it's stuck a little bit, for it to be loose, okay? Mine got a little bit stuck. It will be good. Mine I left for 35 minutes. Maybe it's good to leave it maybe for 30 minutes, okay? You could also leave your cake in the oven for 30 minutes. I left mine for 35 minutes and it's a little bit stuck to the cake, but it's good. Always mix your condensed milk. Don't leave it alone. It's still liquidy, but it's going to start getting thick. Okay? Scrape the sides of the cake. Scrape it, scrape it. Right now what we're doing is, putting the knife through here, and if there's any edges that's stuck, we're doing that. I like doing it a little bit on the bottom. You can't really get too much on the bottom out because the cake is still in there, but you can try as best as you can to kind of lift it up around the sides, so that way when you turn it over, the cake won't break. So what I'm doing right now is I'm sticking the knife in there and I'm trying to lift the cake up a little bit. Understand? Don't worry if your cake is breaking a little bit. That's normal. Okay? That's very normal. You don't want it to break all the way, but you're going to cover it anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay? So just loosening it up a little bit. There's that one. And don't forget to mix, 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 mix. Okay, let me lower my fire. Because I'm already starting to get, see, this is the little crust that I told you. Let me see if I can get one here for you. You see that? I don't know if you can see it from there. It's little brown clusters. I mean, I like them. They taste good. But these little brown clusters, they only happen like that if you didn't mix. So I didn't mix as fast as I should have. So I have those little brown clusters. I mean, it's in the middle of your cake. No one's going to see it. Instead, they're going to eat it. They're going to love it. But if you don't want to have that, let's say you wanted to cover your cake with this, then that wouldn't be good. Because then you have these brown little clusters in there. Okay? So I lowered my fire. I'm going to pick it back up to 4 now instead of 5. Okay? And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Okay?